Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be doing a little review on the new Makeup Academy Metallics, which just came out and I'm very excited about them. I got all 4 shades of them, so they are called officially the Makeup Academy Luxe Velvet Matte Metallic Lip Lacquers, which is a bit of a mouthful, so we're just going to call them the Metallics from now on. So they have 4 shades. Now, these are the shades here, and they have really nice names as well, actually, quite interesting names. There is Apollo, Perseus, Orion and Phoenix. Now, I found when I was buying them, I wasn't actually sure that I was going to buy them all because I knew from looking at some of these that they definitely wouldn't suit my skin tone, but I was just interested to see what they were like because I absolutely love their normal kind of matte liquid lipsticks, their normal kind of lip lacquers, and to be fair, they're only £3, so I thought, sod it, let's just give it a wee bash. So I basically have been wearing them for the last 2 days from as soon as I got them in the post, just so I can see what they're like and how they compare against the kind of my other mattes, and I do have a couple of other metallic matte lipsticks as well, and I want to see how they compared against those. So I think the packaging for them is stunning. I think they're really, really nice, you know, feels really nice and solid as well, and it just looks really pretty, to be fair. So I will say, yeah, I'll put them on, and some of the colours are quite scary on me. So without further ado, let's just get to putting the colours on so you can actually see what they're like. So this is the lightest one they do, which is called Apollo. So that is Apollo. Now for me, I find this colour horrendous on me. It's not flattering in any way, shape or form. It just makes me look quite ill, I think. When you're putting it on, initially when you actually apply it, it looks so streaky, but when it actually starts to dry down and starts to go properly matte, and they do, the formulation on them is very, very nice. They go absolutely matte, except for a tiny section in your mouth, basically, where you kind of meet your inner lip, you know, but the rest of it, you know, it's not budging for anything. I wore it all day yesterday, I wore it all day today, and it was absolutely fine, you know, eating and drinking all day, and it was great, amazing formula. But the colour in this, it's god awful. I really don't like it. But they do layer up as well, so that's it matte now. It's gone in that time, you know, it's really quite fast acting, which is great. So kiss test, you can see there's nothing there. They're really good, you know, even if I did that, nothing, no kind of smearing anywhere. But for me, this is never a colour I would ever wear as a lipstick. Maybe in a fancy dress, something like that, but not normally. They do layer up. Now I'd say certain colours layer up a lot better than other ones, so we'll do a second coat of this one, you can see. So there is the second coat of it on. I just hate this colour, I'm sorry, I really do. It's definitely not a colour for me. I'm not even really sure what kind of skin tone this would suit, to be honest, because it's just quite strange. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what it looks like in darker skin, because obviously I'm on the exceptionally pale end of things, but for me, yeah, it's a definite no for me on this colour. So I'm going to take all this off, scrub my lips after, and then I will show you the next colour. So that's that one off. So the next one I'm going to try is Perseus. So it's a much darker looking one. I'm not really sure how to describe it. I suppose it's kind of like a metallic mauve kind of colour. So that's that one on. Now this colour, I could definitely see me wearing this colour. The only thing about this is you got to be absolutely spot on and kind of around the lip line area. If you get it slightly over, you know, if you're used to overlining and kind of drawing in that way, it looks really weird because you've got that shine from the metallic on it, and it just looks really quite bizarre. But yeah, actually this is one of the ones that I definitely would wear, Perseus. I like that one. And yeah, let's do a second layer of that so you could see. So that's the only thing I would say about these as well. None of the pigments are really kind of super in your face. And that's the second coat on this one. And I would say the more kind of layers you put on, I've only took 2 on max of any of them, so I don't think they need more than 2 layers, but the more layers you put on, the more it kind of emphasises, I think the worst points of a liquid lipstick. You know, you can literally see every tiny little crack and imperfection in your lips a mile away when you've got these. Oh, I'm so going to sneeze. Oh. But yeah, like, for me, I don't think 2 layers on of most of the products. There's one of them which I think looks really stunning with 2 layers on, but for most of them I really don't think that you need the 2 layers of the product. So that is Perseus, so we'll take that one off now. Okay, so the next colour we have is Orion. So Orion's, it's a kind of bronze colour, I would say. Now, for me, I don't think this is a colour, certainly with my skin colour the way it is just now, this is not a colour that I would certainly reach for on a daily basis for sure. I think if you have dark skin, I think this would be an absolutely stunning colour on you. But when you're pasty white like me, it's not a nice looking colour for sure. So we'll do another coat of this one and you can see what it's like. There you go. So that is what Orion looks like with a second coat on it. And we'll take that off and try the last one. Okay, so moving on to the last one, which is my absolute favourite. This is Phoenix. It's a pink colour, which I think is an unusual name to go with Phoenix, you know? A phoenix, I think of fiery reds or oranges, not pink. But this out of all 4 colours, it's definitely my favourite. So yeah, this is my hands down favourite. I like this colour, I do. So I'll put a second coat on in a second. So as you've seen, they're very, very easy to apply. You know, they have a nice kind of little doe foot applicator on them. A nice amount of product comes out once you've used them a couple of times. Initially, when I got them, I was like, oh my god, there's almost no product coming out. But now that I've used them a couple of times, they're absolutely fine. It's a really nice amount that comes out actually. And it goes on like a dream. Like I said earlier, the formulation is gorgeous. It's really up to the standard of the rest of their liquid lipsticks. So we'll pop a second layer on now. And there you go. So I've been wearing this one all day, like I said, and I've had 2 layers of it on all day. And it's worked out an absolute treat. It stayed on all day, it hasn't budged when I've been eating. It even smells quite nice. What does it smell of? It's slightly kind of perfumed, I think. I have a really crap sense of smell, but to me it smells nice. So I think overall, kind of looking at the good points of them, you know, it's definitely metallic, which is what you want when you're buying a metallic. It's, of course, a liquid matte lipstick, so it dries down very nicely. I banged on about it. Formula's amazing. They don't budge and they're extremely, extremely comfortable to wear as well. You know, this is a £3 one and it beats some of my much more expensive ones, comfort factor, hands down. You know, I really like this colour. Now, they layer well, which is obviously a bonus if you want to kind of emphasise everything a bit better. They don't bleed, they don't transfer, and actually they're not very, very difficult to remove at all, even when you've worn them for a full day. The cons for me, the kind of bad points on it, is I want them to be more pigmented. I think they should be a lot more pigmented, so I'd like them to basically take more colours out in the range, because I think it's a good promising start for sure. I want to see some more intense colours, or I want to see like a proper red, I want to see some purples, some plums, you know, some really deep colours in there. I think that would be absolutely stunning for me, because I tend towards kind of more vampy side of things, more dramatic lipstick shades for sure. The bad side of these is as well, it really does seem to show up every crack because they are shiny. You know, your cracks in your lips, obviously, they're not hitting the light in the same way, so it just really seems to emphasise how they look. The colour range, I think the colour range definitely needs work, you know. One of them I kind of like, one of them I really like, and two of them there's no way in hell I will ever be using them. And one of them, like I say, that very first one, what's the latest one called again? Apollo. I'm really not sure what kind of skin tone that's going to suit at all. And actually, one weird thing about them is they don't have the names on the packaging. So when I got them, of course I unwrapped everything, I was excited, and then I looked to get the names and I was like, oh, there's no names on them. So I put wee stickers on the bottom matching the names up. And it's really strange because if you take any of their others, you know, like this is just one of their normal kind of matte liquid lipsticks, you know, it's got the name on the bottom, Reckless, and it's also got like a wee barcode on the side and it says that name there as well. So that's just a slight wee thing that I noticed. So I was intrigued to see if I could do other things with them because I don't like wasting money, and even though they're only £3, you know, I'm a cheapskate. So I wanted to see how they performed in other areas as well. So actually the ones that I don't like on my lips work very well on eyes. So I actually have them on just now. And I've been wearing these all day. Now, I had a shower just before I've started filming and they survived the shower, no problems at all. You know, my liquid eyeliner, it went. Obviously my face makeup went, my eyebrows went, but my lips and my eyes absolutely survived. So that's a bonus. So they make very, very nice eyeshadows. So I'll just show you quickly. Now obviously I've already got these on, but you know, like I said earlier, they layer very well. So just in with the doe foot, and then I just took basically a wee, what is this? It's a little kind of pencil brush, and basically blend it in. Now they do dry quite quickly, but not like in 2 seconds, so you just basically have to get in with them. And yeah, I just did this morning. I try to remember which one I used on the outside. I think it's this one, Orion. And then underneath my eye, I used the other one, Perseus. So I think they work stunningly well as eyeshadows, to be honest. And you find that for a lot of liquid lipsticks, to be honest. You can use them as eyeliners or eyeshadows. They don't, even though when you wear them on your lips a lot of time, they can feel quite uncomfortable, liquid lipsticks. The formula for this one's quite a nice, comfortable, wearable one, and it actually doesn't really feel weird in the eye at all. It doesn't have that kind of tight feeling or anything. And yeah, they blend really well, they wear extremely well, and the colours are gorgeous. Most people could definitely wear these on their eyelids. And actually, one other thing that I wanted to try with them, when I find my wee blending brush, oh, here it is. Yeah, so my wee beauty blender, is they actually work as a highlight as well. So I don't have any highlight on just now. Now, I do think they need maybe a wee bit of playing around with them. So yeah, just a wee bit in the beauty blender and kind of tap it on. And there you go, a little bit of highlight. I think that works really pretty nicely. Just takes a tiny bit of kind of working it in. I put quite a small amount there, and so you can obviously build it up again. And we'll take this kind of other shade, and you can just put it directly on your skin. And ooh, what is going on with my skin? Obviously been rubbing myself. The dangers of being paley. So yeah. You can just kind of dot it on like that. Looking good. And blend it in. Now this one I'd say is too dark for me really to use as a highlight. But they work, and you can blend them in different ways. You know, you can basically put them in with your foundation, which is what I'd probably tend to do instead of putting them on straight. Just put a tiny little bit of foundation in with them. Helps them kind of blend in a little bit more easily. But yeah, so even though some of them I hate for my lips, I will absolutely use them and get my whole £3 worth out of them, because I can use them for other things as well. Like I say, I'm very happy with how they look. So overall, yeah, I think these are quite nice. I think I would like to see a lot more pigmented ones. You know, if I compare them to like my lime crime ones are so pigmented and beautiful, and these ones definitely need a bit more of that in there. But it's not to say it's a horrible colour or anything, you know. Some of them on my skin tone, no chance. But I think it's a nice product, and if you're wanting to try the metallic trend, certainly give it a wee bash, you know, you won't go far wrong. So I hope this is helpful to you, and yeah, give them a wee try. I think it's a nice product overall. Alright, thanks a lot, bye.